poses the bigger threat to the. Years ago, I interviewed Kweisi Mfume, then the president of the NAACP. As between the presence of white racism and the absence of black fathers, I asked him, which poses the bigger threat to the black community? Without missing a beat, he said, the absence of black fathers. It was President Barack Obama who said, we all know these statistics, that children who grow up without a father are 5 times more likely to live in poverty and commit crime, 9 times more likely to drop out of school, and 20 times more likely to end up in prison. The Journal of Research on Adolescence confirms that even after controlling for varying levels of household income, kids in father-absent homes are more likely to end up in jail. And kids who never had a father in the house are the most likely to wind up behind bars. In 1960, 5% of America's children entered the world without a mother and father married to each other. It was 18%. By 2000, it had risen to 33%, and 15 years later, the number reached 41%. For blacks, even during slavery, when marriage for slaves was illegal, black children were more likely than today to be raised by both their mother and father. Economist Walter Williams has written that, according to census data from 1890 to 1940, a black child was more likely to grow up with married parents than a white child. For blacks, out-of-wedlock births have gone from 25% in 1965 to 73% in 2015. For whites, from less than 5% to over 25%, and for Hispanics, out-of-wedlock births have risen to 53%. What happened to fathers? The answer is found in a basic law of economics. If you subsidize undesirable behavior, you will get more undesirable behavior. In 1949, the nation's poverty rate was 34%. By 1965, it was cut in half to 17%, all before President Lyndon Johnson's so-called war on poverty. But after that war began in 1965, flatline. From 1965 until now, the government has spent over $20 trillion to fight poverty. The poverty rate has remained unchanged, but the relationship between poor men and women has changed dramatically. That's because our generous welfare system allows women, in effect, to marry the government. And this makes it all too easy for men to abandon their traditional moral and financial responsibilities. Psychologists call such dependency learned helplessness. How do we know that the welfare state creates disincentives that hurt the very people we're trying to help? They tell us. In 1985, the Los Angeles Times asked both the poor and the non-poor whether poor women often have children to get additional benefits. Most of the non-poor respondents said no. However, 64% of poor respondents. Now, who do you think is in a better position to know? Tupac Shakur, the late rapper, once said, "I know for a fact that had I had a father, I'd have some discipline, I'd have more confidence." He admitted he began running with gangs because he wanted the things a father gives to a child, especially to a boy: structure and protection. Your mother cannot calm you down the way a man can, Shakur said. You need a man to teach you how to be a man. In my book, Dear Father, Dear Son, I write about my rough, tough World War II Marine Staff Sergeant dad. Born in the Jim Crow South of Athens, Georgia, he was 14 at the start of the Great Depression. Growing up, I watched my father work 2 full-time jobs as a janitor. He also cooked for a rich family on the weekends and somehow managed to go to night school to get his GED. When I was 10, my father opened a small restaurant that he ran until he retired in his mid-80s. He was never angry or bitter and insisted that today's America was very different from the world of racial segregation and limited opportunity in which he grew up. Hard work wins, he told me and my brothers. You get out of life what you put into it. You can't control the outcome, but you are 100% in control of the effort. And before blaming other people, go to the nearest mirror and ask yourself, what could I have done to change the outcome? This advice shaped my life. Fathers matter. Until we have a government policy that makes that its first priority, nothing will change. I'm Larry Elder for Prager University.
To subscribe to our YouTube channel, click here. To help keep our videos free, donate here.
Go to house.com to find a local architect, designer, contractor, and more.
Me and my daughter Nicole, I guess this will be battle part 2, because most of you folks said that she won, but that's good. That's good. Here we go. What in a cottage cheese? Okay.
Smash that. For God I live, for God I die. For God I live, for God I do. For God I live, for God I die. For God I live. This is no battle. Wait, but didn't I defeat you already? Capture that. Round two, no more. Round two, one. Round two, kick, 1, 2, kick, get back up. Kick and let kick rocks. Coming in the boots of the kick. Ha. Finish on that. Ha.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care.
What up? What up? What up? Pull that door up. I'm tell you something right now. Tell you something right now. Check it out. Here's a, and I know we're gonna get into it for a little bit.
Yeah. What's up?
Here's the real mark of knowing when you're a parent. When your kid does something better than you. Possibly something that you taught your kid, and you always aspire. You want your kids to do better,
Right.
But when your kid beats you,
I could see if it was something athletic, but the human beatbox,
yeah, man.
yo.
But even athletics, like, you know, if me and my son jump on the court, I'm out to win. I ain't trying to ain't no, I need to make you feel good or better about yourself. Racing, we gonna race.
I stopped trying to make my son, allowing my son to win when he turned about 10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he got 10,
yeah, he can
up to
take it at that
because
point.
I didn't want to mess up his self-esteem.
Right.
So when we played or we raced, I let her win. Like even my daughter now, we run, I let her win. You know what I'm saying?
And you want to urge your kids to get better.
No doubt.
You can't if you let her beat you at 4 years old, she gonna think she's the best she can be. She ain't gonna strive for no more. Yeah, you gotta as they get a little bit older, you gotta let them know that you're still in control. Because the one thing you don't want is to let your kid know that they can whoop you.
Because they're gonna tell everybody.
And they might try to get you while you're asleep.
And you want to make sure they don't happen because mom will take pictures and post it and let everybody know this fool can't beat a 6-year-old.
Go out and whoop your daddy's ass. What's up? Welcome to Off the Wall, episode 18. That's Corey Mann.
That is Chris Tab.
And we are here with the livest, coolest, you could throw in a whole bunch of other adjectives. Yeah. Talk show, talk deal, and on the web.
We're the hottest webisode out there right now.
We the hottest 2 black dudes on a webisode in Boston
on a Sunday.
On a Sunday in this room now.
Around 1:30 p.m.
I would agree to that.
Yes.
I would definitely agree to that.
Google it. Google the hottest dudes in Boston on a Sunday.
The least amount of facial hair.
With the webisode.
With a webisode. So first and foremost, let me shout out my people who have joined me online. Thank you. Let me see who's in here. Jenny Wren, what's up? Cynthia Lumbert, how are you? Big Ant Brax, what's good? JS, Debs Kingsbury, what's up? Donna Harrison looks like he's in there. Juju, thank you for always joining in. Debs DMM in the building. Naomi's in the house. What's good? Naomi. Naomi showed up one weekend at the CBS scene, and things haven't been the same since. SG in the building. What's up? SG in the building. Suze Abbott, thank you for always joining in. And happy Father's Day. Thank you. Juju says happy Father's Day.
What's up?
She wishes us the best. Just wish any more kids on us. And JS says happy Father's Day, guys. Thank you. And Naomi just called me an asshole.
Appropriate, Naomi.
What?
Highly
No,
appropriate.
Out of the two of us, right here, for real.
And it's evident by the number of people that's on my page.
It is evident by the. Why don't you shout out everybody?
Let me shout out.
Everybody.
Give me some time.
Hold
shout
on.
out.
We need to slow it down because Corey got to shout out all the people on his joint.
All right. Shout out to Donna Harrison in the building. What's up, DH in the building? Amanda, what's up? What's up, girl? Go ahead on a Sunday, right after car payment. She's in the building. Amanda's in the building. And I can't forget all the way from the UK each and every day. Big shout out to Mrs. Dawn Carr.
Is that three? You got three on your joint?
And also shout out to my mom. She's not on here, but I want to shout her out. And also the kids that I was playing with the other day. They don't have a Facebook account because they're not old enough yet. And
they're joining in on the audio.
Yeah, that's it. Three
okay. No, you gotta have some more because the thing's actually saying one.
It's saying one, so that means two of these people are logged off.
Thank you, Naomi. She says happy Father's Day.
Oh, too late for that. You already called him my asshole. Assholes can't be dads. Yo.
Oh man.
But speaking of Father's Day, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day,
That's
bro. And happy Father's Day again. It's about to go down for you again. You're about to hit the deep three.
About to reload.
You're about to
reload it
and hit a deep three. But I know what you're doing. There's more kids being introduced to the Manning clan because you want more presents. You can get more presents.
We'll get into that later.
The more kids you have, the more presents you can get.
We'll get into that later.
On birthdays, Christmas, whatever, man. So, I mean, people out there from big families, if you got 7 or 8 brothers and sisters, that's bam, bam, bam. You clocking on birthdays, Thanksgiving. What?
And, of course, Father's Day. Which is the most important. But
we're in 3 times.
We're going to get into that a little later. I don't want to jump ahead of myself. But I do want to wish everybody happy Father's Day. But in particular, I would like to wish my dad, own man who's on Facebook. Wish my dad.
Look at that. Looking like a 70s R&B singer.
That's
or the lead of a gospel choir.
Yo, what trips me out though is that's me with glasses though.
It sure is. It sure is.
That's me with glasses and no gap.
If the Manning movie ever becomes like an autobiographical joint, that's you. You just shave up a little bit and let it wolf out on top.
I don't understand why the hair thing jumped my generation. Like he got all his hair.
Yeah, man. But he was back. He was a smooth player from way back. You know what I mean? He wore gators. That's for sure.
He's definitely
Air
Force veteran.
Wow.
Veteran, yeah.
Wow.
He didn't fly.
Feel you. Thank you for jumping on my Amanda.
How you gonna jump
on? Happy Father's Day to my dad. My dad is a veteran as well. I'm gonna go over and check him out later today and see what I can stop off and pick up at Tedeschi's as a Father's Day. No, because you already know. I mean, let's face it. I got a lot of women on here today, and maybe women are a little bit more caring, but Father's Day is just is not as what's the word I'm looking for? Like Mother's Day. Mother's Day is
not as relevant, not as prevalent.
It's the end all be all, man. For Parents' Day, Mother's Day obviously gets more attention. Right?
Yep.
Is that because of let's look at the card aisle. Let's look at the card aisle in stores.
Yo, I went to the store the other day. Last night I was
because on Mother's Day when I went there, the cart packed. Yo, like from front to back, people are jammed in the aisle to get a Mother's Day card.
Not-
You need shoulder pads and a helmet.
Not only that, like I went to the grocery store. Normally when I go to the grocery store in Mother's Day, they have the whole aisle full of Mother's Day cards
Dedicated.
and gifts dedicated.
When
When I went last,
the bags, everything.
when I went last night, yo, I wasn't in there looking for a Father's Day card. I already done all that. But I stopped by the section. I was like, yo, there's no love. I had to do a live stream over last night on Facebook.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I might have missed it.
Did you? Yeah, I did. Let me see if I can find the joint. Let me see if
So
I can
you
find
did
it.
a live stream from the store of you looking for it, just in the Father's Day section.
Just in the Father's Day section.
We're just speaking as dads. Thank you, Marty. She says, "Happy Father's Day, Chris and Corey."
Thank you.
It's it's just interesting because on Mother's Day, it's wild. Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, the card aisle is wild. I'm talking about from the flowers to everything. It just gets crazy. Father's Day,
No.
it was complete peace. Complete peace.
Oh, here it is.
Wild Lana Diaz
Yo,
is joining us.
good,
What's up,
good,
AP?
man? What's good, everybody?
Okay.
It's last minute grocery shopping in. Where y'all at? Where you at? Where you at? Facebook? What's good? I just wanted to check in real quick with y'all. I don't know if anybody's looking. Is anybody like every Saturday night? Everybody's probably out doing it in town. I'm up here against the last minute grocery shopping in. But I just wanted to share something with you. Tomorrow is Father's Day.
Last night.
I know
Okay.
I still got to get my plank in before the night is over. I'm going home
Okay.
today after I leave the grocery store. But here's the thing. Tomorrow is Father's Day. Now, I want you to share something. So I got my dad card and everything. Got a couple people cards and everything. But what store is it? Stop and Shop. I'm in Stop and Shop. And I came in on Mother's Day. Like all this was Mother's Day section. You know what I'm saying? All this was all Mother's Day cards. Thanks, sweetheart. All this was Mother's Day card. Appreciate it, Jesse. Like even they still have cups up here for moms. Like mom means love.
Wow.
Grandma
Wow.
does a heart good. Fashion latte.
Wow.
That's not masculine. Look, mom, friend, hope, all these
Why
women.
was it
You
Mother's
don't see
Day?
nothing up
stuff?
here
All Mother's
in
Day
this
stuff
section
still out there.
from fathers. Hail to the Queen. Big ass cup that says "Hail to the Queen." Okay, maybe
What
this
the
is for the
hell?
father. I'm kind of a big deal. But who the hell's gonna buy a coffee cup this big and drink out? I can't take. I want the cup, but I can't take that cup home because there's nowhere to go. Look at the bottle. Look at all the women's stuff. Look at all this. Love be loved. Repeat. What the hell?
All this
is
stuff,
all this?
nothing
Look,
on
not
that.
even
Nothing
the
for
little
me. You call it
knick-knack section.
Wow.
Nothing in here masculine. Nothing. Look, purses. You can't get a man a purse. What's this? Aspersign? What the hell? Look. A pink heart charm. Look, keychain. What the hell?
Wow.
Nothing.
Yo,
Nothing.
it was crazy, man. So I spent
Wow.
the whole time just traveling up and down the aisle looking for
Okay.
a Father's Day card.
Right.
And I was there. I was like, as the video goes on, like you will see, like I panned the whole entire joint.
There wasn't
nothing.
even no activity down
Nothing.
there.
Nobody's out there
There
late
was
at night
no
trying to get,
buzz.
yo.
There was no button. Yeah, nobody buying the last minute
check
Father's
this.
Day joints.
What, look at this.
See if we can find Father's Day cards. Look, her birthday. Her birthday. Okay. Humor birthday. Look, humor birthday. Okay. Anyone birthday. Okay, here we go. His birthday. But it's his birthday.
Wow.
Maybe there's a father out there whose birthday is tomorrow. What the fuck? Okay, blank cards. As you can see, most of the blank cards are gone, which means this is what people have been getting for their fathers. That's what they think of them. Nothing. Blank.
Wow.
Nothing. That's what they think of their fathers. Hallmark. What Hallmark got? Blank
Yo.
cards. Just an assortment. There's no section. Wedding day cards. Look, okay, shoebox. Discount cards, 99 cents. Birthday for her. Birthday. Love, encouragement, birthday.
I gotta plug in.
Delightful kitty. They got a card in here for kitties. They got a kitty card. You can buy your damn kitty a card, but you can't find a fucking card for your daddy.
A kitty card.
Bear.
It was a kid,
That's
a
what
cat.
was a bear
It was a
card.
cat. A card enough for a cat.
They love cats that much. This is some
Oh
bullshit.
my god.
Oh,
Oh
I'm still
man.
looking for graduation. Okay, they still got graduation cards up here. Okay, let me see here. Here we go. We getting closer. Here we go. The Father's Day section. Here we go. This is the Father's Day. Now listen, this is not Father's Day. Let me back up. This section right here is not Father's Day. This is some other stuff. Graduation gifts for her, graduation, dad from daughter. Oh, that's a dad card. So the Father's Day cards start right here, from right here, and they go to there. That's the Father's Day. This section.
In the
right
back.
here.
In the
One,
back.
two,
In the back.
three. 3.5 sections are dedicated to dads with cards.
Look at it. Watch the aisle now.
Look, hold on, let's get it realistic. Look. This is what they think. This is what they think of the daddies.
Yo, and that's just one aisle. There's 2 other aisles.
It just disgusts me. Just disgusting.
I'm sorry.
That's what they think of daddies. We get 3.5 sections in Stop and Shop for gifts. That's all we get.
Yo.
Okay, so Jenny says, happy Father's Day to you and your dads. Be thankful. She lost hers when she was 14. He is still with you. He is still with you. Naomi says, hey, they only have that many Mother's Day cards because you all know how crazy we go when you leave one thing out. That's the bottom line. I mean, I don't know why it's like that, but for whatever reason, it's like that. I don't know. Would you trip if you didn't get, like, you know, some cards and stuff like that? Maybe that's it. Maybe men
I wouldn't trip.
we got
to plug your joint in. I wouldn't trip.
We gotta trip more.
I wouldn't trip, but I would probably, like, I'm gonna have an attitude. I'm gonna be in a certain. I'm gonna feel a certain kind of way.
You feel like you deserve something. You feel like you deserve something. So what we say? Take care of your dads out there today. The dad, you know, dads are special. Dads are special. So
it was actually I looked at some statistics. Let's talk about the shopping first.
Oh, okay.
All right. Fathers versus mothers. Excuse me, on my Facebook page, I'm going in and out. Fathers versus mothers. If you look at this,
okay. But first, Marissa says, do men really like receiving cards?
Yeah. I mean,
if you throw a couple of dollars in that case, I mean, you could throw a couple of dollars in there or a gift card or something like that. But a card's nice. Card's nice. I like getting them.
And it's not about the card though. It's about the thought. You know what I mean? Like it's the thought that. If you, it's the kind of card.
Somebody got something weighing on there.
Yeah, it's the kind of card it is. A tie, the shirt. You know, I got the shirt. I got.
Yeah, you got the most valuable. Wow.
Yeah,
that's popping, dog. Yeah, you got the joint
from 2 years ago.
Did you get the hat?
Oh, I got the hat. I still got the hat. I didn't get the hat this year, but I got the hat from 2007.
What is that?
2007. Look,
he got the hat. Hold on, y'all. He got the hat.
Chris, read what the hat says.
He got Keeping It Real, Father's Day 2007, and real is spelled R-E-E-L, and there's a big mouth bass on it.
So what would you think you give a person like this? What do you think that person would do?
Fish.
I don't fish worth a damn. I'm not a fisher. I don't even know how to cast. I can cast a line, but somebody gonna have to put the worm on that for me.
Hey, it said Father's Day. Buy it for him. Get it, and that's what we're talking about. Come on, man. If we showed up with size or you know something involving something else, twerk shorts.
Have you seen the commercials they got with like Stihl, STIHL? Buy follow what they really want, like power tools. Oh, now just imagine you showed up for Mother's Day with a vacuum cleaner. Would you want a vacuum cleaner, ladies? Would you want a Swiffer? A Swiffer on Mother's Day. What kind of
you talking about getting swung on? You would get swung. I can't think of any situation where, unless she owns a cleaning business, I can't think of any situation where those type gifts would be appropriate.
And even if she owned a cleaning business, I'd be damned you step up in there and with another tool for her to work more.
I got you a new mop and bucket. Boom. With the ringy.
You can ring it in the bucket. You can ring it out in the bucket. And I got your name on the side so nobody won't mistake it for theirs. Happy Mother's Day. Get to work.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
if you look
The
at
thing about it is, though, making those kind of shirts. You can get one of these shirts forever.
Ever.
I never see moms wearing shirts like, I never
Mother's
see.
Day.
Yeah, they'll have some like Chanel or something blinged out across the breast or whatever.
No. You going to the what is it? Victoria's Secrets, or you got to go to like Macy's or somebody get her out. She got to get an outfit. She got to get a top and a bottom.
The bottom got to match the top.
Yeah, she got to get a whole outfit. You can't get a top or a purse.
A
purse.
Do they call those purses now? Those are the bag. You
bag.
Get a Michael Kors
bag.
bag.
You get her bag, and we get a wallet.
With your initials on.
Not even got your initials on it. You get a wallet.
You get one of them camp wallets. You get one of them with the stitching on the outside.
You get a wallet with a damn chain on it, so your ass won't lose it. That's what you get.
I don't even carry a wallet, man. I don't carry a wallet. I'm not a wallet kind of guy. Carrie Haywood's in. What's up? Oh, Susan says I would hit the guy with the vacuum.
But Susan, yeah, you would hit the guy with the vacuum, but you would still be not you. I'm saying people still buy a man a fucking garden hose. Mother's Day.
See, when y'all buy gifts, y'all are trying to send a message.
Yeah, you need to fix the yard. You need to wash my car.
There's no pride in ownership of a hose. But I can tell you that right now.
Looking at this statistic shows this is from the Wall Street
Carrie
Journal.
Haywood joined. I hope you can hear. Adjust your media settings in your if you're on your phone. Adjust your media settings. Hopefully everybody out there can hear. Yeah. All right.
So if you look at this is you can see this clearly. I'll kind of point to it.
Oh, Marissa said, I thought it was the thought was all that mattered.
The hell with the thought. I know what the hell you thinking.
Harder. Think harder.
What up, Clee? Clee office in the building.
When you get in a bass fishing hat, you didn't think hard.
No,
you didn't
think hard. You just
think hard.
You just like, oh, it's Father's Day. Let me grab this hat. That's all that was.
That hat was with the gum, candy, and mints on the way out the store. That's in the aisle. Oh, last minute Father's Day gift.
That hat was at a roadside stop where you stopped to take a piss. And on the way out, you were like, let me grab this hat.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
The truck stop. But anyway, according to Wall Street Journal, they did a census from the Census Bureau. They took a look at the average spending for a person takes on a mother's versus mothers versus fathers. Now, the mothers are in red, are in blue.
Now this is how much is spent on average on Mother's versus Father's Day
per person, not
per person.
Yeah, how much the average person expects to spend on Mother's Day.
Okay.
Father's Day.
Yeah,
and it's from $0 to $180. This is statistics starting Census Bureau from 2007 to 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, now the lowest it's ever been on for mothers is a little over $120. The highest it's ever been for fathers is right at $120, and that was in 2013.
And I'm sure that is because prices increased from 2007 to 2013. And I'm going with what Naomi says. We usually go out for dinner. That's it. So
you go out for dinner. Here's the thing about
and you're going out for dinner, but everybody gets to eat.
Everybody gets
not my gift.
That's not my gift. And guess what? It's coming out of our account. It's not like it's coming out of your own personal.
Well, I got to leave the tip.
So basically, I'm paying for my own dinner. Are you kidding me?
Give us some ideas on what we can get dads, because I'm clueless. Side chick.
Man says, oh my God, Corey is bitter. It is the thought. I'm not bitter. I'm I'm just speaking the truth. She said, you fathers are loved. Without the fathers, there wouldn't be any children. Oh, thank you, I guess.
Say it with cash. No, but listen, I do think that, so imagine this, Naomi. When you want to take your father out to dinner, right? And I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you're probably in the family. When you say go out to dinner, is it TGI Fridays, Chili's, or the Cheesecake Factory? Something like that. How about taking your father out to dinner where he got to put on his shirt and tie? So why don't you go out and get your father a suit?
Yes.
Why don't you go out and get your father a suit?
Not a tie.
Yo,
to go with a suit.
Get him a whole suit.
A whole suit.
A tailored suit.
Yes.
You take him out from top to bottom. They do the measurement. You get the pants, the
yes.
jacket.
Yes.
Boom, shoes.
Yes.
What's good? I guarantee your father will find a place to win. Yo, if somebody wants to buy me a nice pair of shoes, like the type I probably wouldn't buy for myself, some $250 shoes.
That'd be great.
He said, you all are taking this too far.
Oh, we taking it too far. But if we miss Mother's Day,
exactly it.
But if we miss Mother's Day, we assholes. You see what I'm saying? We explaining what men really think about Father's Day, but we taking it too far. If it, on the vice versa, if it was a woman in here talking about her husband don't get her nothing for Father's Day,
I can't believe I just read that. She said we're taking it too far. Calm down.
Yo, watch this. Let's say you're in the household, mom, and the kids are all under the age of 14, right? 2 or 3 kids in the house, right? Mother's Day come up. So this month, you take the kids, I can have a good time.
Or she start dropping those hints. I sure wish I had some time to myself.
Yes.
So I could just go somewhere and, I wish I had some time to myself.
Now, let's flip it over. It's Father's Day. The father goes, yo, Father's Day is coming up. I just want to go hang out by myself. Oh, really? What you got to do? What you need to do? What you got to do that you need to be by yourself? It's a problem.
I'm going to tell you my dad's most famous quote while we was growing up to my mom. I wish you would leave me the hell alone.
Yo, man said a suit, that's too expensive.
You see what I'm saying?
You get $150 to $200 suit.
But we show up with a $300 Michael Kors, everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Let's look at the board. Let's look at the chart. You know what?
Maybe the scoreboard.
Maybe you know what? Maybe this chart is too graphic. Maybe it's too over your head. Let me explain it to you like you were 5 years old. This is, who do you love? Who do you love more, mommy or daddy? According to statistics, people spend 43% more on their mom than they do dad. 43%. 43.
Oh my God. That kid's arms look like Freddy Krueger, man. She is touching both sides of the page. Oh my God.
Rajon Rondo arms ain't that long.
Oh my goodness. And don't get me wrong. Mamas are important. Mamas are my mom, saint. I would love my mama forever.
Saint, ditto.
But my dad held me down, had me in the pocket, so I got to show him the same love and respect, if not equal. Charts like this show that America is corrupt and against dads. They are against dads.
It's a setup. It's a setup of conspiracy.
Okay. So we got some feedback here. Wait a minute. Naomi, you said, what if he's a nudist?
What?
And what is your dad into on the weekends?
Get him a cock ring.
Wow.
Get him a ring.
Wow. Wow. Get him. Stop. Okay. Karen says, we have the children 24/7. You may want to talk to the man in your life because there's something about that's not right. If he don't want to be around his own kids, they badass kids.
As a matter of fact, I don't think the kids want to be around their mom 24/7.
That is a hostage situation at that point. Susan says, I used to take my dad on a date. We do dinner and a movie. The time together was priceless. I'm sure he appreciated going out for dinner and a movie with his daughter. But if you were to put your dad on with maybe a nice, 8-year-old chick for the same dinner and a movie, I'm just saying. Okay, hold on.
Says, laughing my ass off, falling on the floor. She said they got baby kids. She's not saying you got baby kids. She's just talking about bad kids and giving them a name.
Okay, she said that's because they usually spend more time with mom than dad. I get that. I get that. Dad might be out doing his thing and mom got time. Oh, Juju says it should be something out of love, not the cost that we give our parents or the spouses or partners. It should be out of love, but obviously these charts are saying something else, meaning that your love seems to overflow when it comes down to mom. And you just
right.
break it open. You're doing whatever it takes, man, from the flowers to everything else. The flowers is usually only the foreplay. That's not even the gift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a given. The flowers are supposed to happen.
If the flowers don't show up, y'all know y'all gonna use your money. Yeah, I got you a new car, but where are my flowers?
Where
are my flowers?
Are the flowers in the car? Oh, I'm gonna open up the trunk and see some roses in there. That's what happened.
Karen says it should be equal. Naomi says she's kidding. Okay, so you wouldn't feel comfortable going out and buying a cock ring for your dad.
You don't love your father.
No, he didn't cock ring. He took it too far. I told you. Oh my God. All right, so we're having a good time with Father's Day. I hope everybody.
Hold on. It was a statement in there that was made. I think it was by Susan about time spent with the kids. Like the mother spent 24/7.
Yeah, the mother spent. I think that was Karen.
Karen. I think I actually have a graph here that talks about that. I'm glad you brought that up, Karen.
Thanks, Karen. Thanks.
And you know what? You're absolutely right. According to this chart, fathers spend 7.3 hours a day. No, on average per week, 7.3 hours a week, versus mothers who almost spend twice as much, 13.5 hours.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a conscious choice by the fathers to not spend the amount of time.
I'm glad you said that, Christelle.
Okay,
let me finish. Before I get to the punchline, household work.
Okay,
which is a major gripe in most households, two-family households.
It's probably a strong point.
Fathers do 9.8 hours a week of housework, whereas mothers do 17.8. Again, almost twice as much. When you look at paid work, they just paid work, having a job. Fathers spend 37.1 hours a week doing work. Mothers, on average, only do 21.4.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, ladies, what's up? I mean, I'm sure. I mean, for most of the women I can see here, they get it in. They put in work. I'm sure most of the ladies here are doing 40 hours. Everybody doing 40 hours.
This says 37. This says 37.1.
Yeah, they're including, they're including drive time and going to the bathroom and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I have seen. I mean, women seem to have a better time at lunch at work. I don't know what. I mean, I'm just going out to eat. I just go out, I eat my jelly sandwich, and I come back. Women, I mean, y'all go out to lunch and come back with it. Like, where did you get a shopping bag from?
And not only lunch.
Are you coming back with more stuff than you left with?
It seems like every hour is necessary when you work with a large group of women. That they need to congregate and talk about something that has nothing to do with work.
Oh, them meetings are gonna happen.
Yeah,
those are the impromptu meetings.
Yeah, the spiritual meetings where they try to uplift each other. You know what I'm saying? The guy ain't called him back.
Yeah, that's that we need to huddle up.
The guy hasn't called them back in 3 days since their first date. Yet they haven't called him.
Right. Or he did call back, left a voicemail, and they need to decode the voicemail.
But they need the girls.
They need everybody to help decode the voicemail. Hey, I had a great time last night, hoping we could get together and do it again. He said he wanted to get out. What did he mean by wanting to get together
again?
Again.
Why he say again? What does again mean? Does he mean he's done this before with somebody else?
Girl, he's a psycho. He done killed people before. I read about this.
But when the 3 guys they asked to chime in and they say the same thing, he don't know what he talking about. What you think he mean? You just asked me what a guy was thinking when he wrote a text message.
All right, hold on. All right. Oh shit. Anna says, "What did you get your woman for Mother's Day?" I think he's still paying for it.
Yeah,
whatever it was, it's still on
layaway.
Maritza said, "You did a lot of research. You seem deprived." Amanda said, "Next year will be the bomb Father's Day, especially after this episode." Right, because you guys taking down some tips. And then Anna says, "Corey and Chris talking shit about moms on Father's Day. Look like someone's feelings are hurt." You know what? I'm going to reach through this Facebook right now. Don't test me. Do not test me.
We talking shit about mothers on Father's Day, but it's okay for somebody to say, shout out to all the fathers out there on Mother's Day, but especially to the women who are holding it down, playing both roles. Like, come on, man. Yo, that's not the underhanded backhand slap I've ever seen in my life.
Right. We are not here. All right. 857-220-7378. We would love to hear from you. Give us a call. Give us a shout out.
2 things. One was real quick. Amanda says, before Father's Day next year, sit the children down and present the PowerPoint presentation to them. This way you will be showered with wonderful gifts.
I'm saving this PowerPoint, by the way.
As a matter of fact, right now, who just joined is Corey Manning Jr.
Uh-oh.
Hello, son. Yes, you're over 18 now, and he has a job. And he works at Men's Warehouse.
Yo. Father's Day, and it's for any father. So if you can get me 2 suits with one, put your uncle on. Put your uncle on. Let's do it. Pop. That's right. Too many deadbeat dads. Exactly. We're going to get into that in a moment. Just curious, what did you get your dads for Father's Day? Jeannie, so after this is over, I'm going over to see my dad. He can get me a suit. Look at Naomi trying to get stuff off Father's
that's
Day.
That side-handed stuff.
Whatever. I'm going over to see my dad. I got my dad some great gifts or whatever. But the thing I'm looking forward to is just spending time with my dad today. My dad is up in years, and he's not the guy that challenges me to races every time we're outside anymore. But I'm looking forward to just that time spent, us going over, me getting a little bit of knowledge and wisdom. And I got a gift or 2 I'm going to drop on him, of course.
My dad in particular actually lives in Michigan, so it's not easy for me to get there to see him, which I plan to do before the summer's over. But
it's Father's Day. He's a father. Some of y'all out there get together and send my man a ticket.
Bam.
What's up with that? You could get your own father's a round trip ticket to anywhere.
There it
is.
A
round trip ticket to Vegas you could get for like $125.
And you're still not gonna make more. You'd be giving more than mothers were getting.
Bam. For $350, you could probably send your dad to Vegas round trip, stay 2 nights, and come on back and pick him up from the airport. Don't leave him at Logan trying to get home on his own.
Or if you really want to make your dad happy, give him a round trip ticket to the Dominican Republic.
Shout outs. Can you please do the shout outs? Stop and not do that? Can you please do that?
Yo, check me out at Laugh Boston. Check me out at Laugh Boston this Friday. World Series of Comedy competition. It's gonna be held down at Laugh Boston at 10. I'm on the 10 o'clock show, so come check it out. There's 40 comics that's performing at Laugh Boston during this entire week, Wednesday through Friday, and then Saturday is the semifinals round. So
yo, you've advanced before in the World Series of Comedy. I know you've done well in that. You were actually the champion for the North Carolina edition of the World Series of Comedy. So good luck to that. If I can get down there, I'm gonna definitely come down and check it out.
This is a lot of fun. I'm actually going to go to both shows on Friday.
Okay.
All right, Chris. Speaking of good shows, wow, this is woo. Everybody's name because I be tearing people up.
I'll do it. It's July 16th. We're back on the K. Your headliner is Harrison Stebbins. I always have a good time when I'm on a show with this dude. Harrison is a wild dude.
Yo, ask Harrison about the time he came out to the apartment complex I was in and did this comedy show there. Ask him about that.
Michelle Mortensen will be in the building. And also another, they're sort of a comedy duo, brother and sister, Patty and Al McKeever. I've never seen them before, so I definitely want to check them out. And DJ Destruct will be in the building on the 1s and 2s.
That's what's up. So check it out at Carol Lee's. Check it out at Carol Lee's Comedy Corner going down on July the 16th. That's a Saturday. You can check us out. Wednesday, June the 16th, me and Chris Tab will be hosting Off the Wall.
It's June the 29th.
June 29th. I'm sorry. June the 29th, Chris Tab and I will be hosting Off the Wall live at Maggie's Lounge in Quincy, Massachusetts.
So you see this that we're doing right now? You can come and be in the studio audience, sit out there, sit behind the table, and that way all of this that's going on right now, you guys shouting us out, can happen live. We're going to be right in front of you.
Dawn just said hello, and Mandy says good luck. I think she's talking about the comedy competition. Thanks for the love, man. I always appreciate your support.
But yeah, come out and sit with us at Maggie's. And anybody who's been to Maggie's Lounge knows that it's a great spot to see it up close, personal. We letting it all, I was going to say we letting it all hang out, but I know there have been some wise ass answers out there because of that. No, we're going to be on stage doing our talk show thing on Maggie's Lounge, June 29th. Yes. It's on a Wednesday night, so see if your baby daddies and your fathers will stay home or come with you. Just don't bring the kids.
And right now, if you go to funroomcomedy.com, you can find the date. Just go to the date, Wednesday the 29th, to get the actual event. We have $5 tickets available.
Get those early bird tickets.
$5
it's gonna
tickets.
Be well worth it.
So check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Uncut, unedited.
Also, the Bod Squad. Shout out to the Bod Squad.
Shout out to the Bod Squad. My family, my cousin, Candace Jones, running the Bod Squad. It's a motivational and people inspire and just to live a better life physically. So there's a lot of motivational videos there, a lot of motivation throughout the day, health tips, things to just improve your healthy life. You can network with a lot of different folk and everybody doing the same thing, just trying to get better and live a healthy life. I love being part of the group. You've probably been following our Plank Challenge. So the Bod Squad is a big part of us doing our Plank Challenge. So check out the Bod Squad right here on Facebook.
And next week, I think it's next week, we have an episode dedicated to fitness.
Yes.
Next week, we'll definitely tune into that. Also, the place to be, my man VCR's webpage or Facebook page has a list of all upcoming local events that are going down in and around the Boston area. You definitely want to check it out if you want to get more information about the upcoming events going on in Boston. That's the place to be. If you like to advertise with us, do shout outs, hit us up at offthewallshow@gmail.com, or you can simply call us at 857-220-7378. There it is.
All right, so we had some comments. Juju said her dad passed away in 2003. Blessings to you. He is still with you. Karen Hayward wishes her dad was still here. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. She's giving a shout out. Naomi says if her dad went to Vegas, he would never come back. Well, the fact that he's a nudist and probably going through Logan with the cock ring on is probably going to mean he's going to be in paradise by the time he gets to. Because based on the weather, you could be nude all day in Las Vegas. So we feel you, Naomi.
He's going to have to take the cock ring off when he goes through security, though, because he got
put it in the bucket.
Put it in the bucket
and
slide it through.
And slide it through.
He'll stand in the thing and hold his hands up like this.
And when he gets through on the other side, he takes the pop it back on and go get on his flight. Get there early.
Yep.
Amanda can't wait. She's coming through the Maggie's, and Karen says she's gonna try to make it to Maggie's.
Oh, that'd
cool.
be nice.
That's
Please
a good
come
look.
to Maggie. Come through if you can. All right.
Good look. So I definitely wanted to talk about, and we've covered it here a little bit, but the difference between a father and a dad, because I feel like there's a definite difference between the two titles. You know what I mean?
What? How so? What do you mean?
Well, father, for example, you know, I mean, it's cliche to say, but any man can be a father as long as everything's good. Any man can be a father as long as, you know, medically the woman is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But and that just means, you know, you're you know, all the things happen and you create a baby and you make a baby. You're a father. Okay, because you can be an anonymous father. There are sperm donors out there who donate or whatever. Yes, you are a father.
There was a story about a man, I think in New York, who went around and has impregnated 20 women. He put an ad out, and he's fathered 20 pregnancies.
Oh, so he put the ad out and he actually had sex with the women?
He had sex with a few of them. Some he just
donated,
but it was not through like a
clinic or anything.
No, he just went in the bathroom.
Okay. All right.
So I guess Craigslist is.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but get your money the way the best way you can get. And if there's women that answered the ad, I mean, they were obviously in a situation.
I need a baby. I'm trying to get this food stamps.
Yeah. Okay.
Section 8.
So so yeah, a deadbeat is just a sperm donor. Marissa said. Okay. All right. Carol Lee says Happy Father's Day. And Susan says exactly. But I feel like when somebody steps up and there's that dad role, I just think there's a different kind of connection. Because a lot of people out there could have a father and they might be estranged from their father, or their father's done something in their lives that they just feel like they can't be a part of it. But a dad, to come in and take that title of dad, I'll give you the perfect example. Let's say the mom starts dating someone. You know, she moves on in life and starts dating another man. That man could or someone he goes to with questions or to find out, how do I do this? How do I do this? And there are certain things that a dad is going to be able to offer a kid that a mom or a mother cannot.
Yeah, and that's definitely true. And I agree with that. And it's a lot of mothers, like statistically speaking, it shows that there's been an increase since the early 60s. Actually, even further back than that, where more and more households have become single-parent household. We showed the clip up front, YouTube clip up front, that explains that. And if you want to find that YouTube clip, you just go to our off-the-wall YouTube page to see it. But especially in African-American households, it's been even African-American and Hispanic households, it's been a great increase in it. And for women, it's a lot of times women don't want to necessarily admit it, but a male input is needed when raising a kid. And a mother can raise a child, she can't raise a man. You know what I'm saying? Like you need a man's input in order for that child to become a man. And vice versa, I also think that it's important to have a male input raising a daughter.
Sure.
Just as much as it is raising a son. Because a lot of times women don't know. We talked about this earlier. We were saying women, I was jokingly saying women will ask other women how to deal with men instead of asking a man.
Exactly.
I want to instill in my daughter, like this is the BS you're gonna have to put up with from men. This is what he means.
Who better to provide that example to your daughter than another man? Somebody that's going to be honest about it without an agenda.
Okay, I'm glad you cleared that up, because as you was going into it, I thought you was going to say, who better else to explain to your daughter about the bullshit that men be putting women through than you, Corey? That's the way it was coming across to me. Okay. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Cleared it up. Yeah, but you know, I'm not going to have an agenda with my daughter. I'm going to tell her straight up, because I want the best for my daughter.
Right.
You know, I'm not trying to steer her wrong or anything. So I'm going to provide her, just like my son's mom can give him things that, because there's things about women that I don't understand or whatever. I can tell him what I've experienced,
Right.
but there's going to be a part of it I just can't offer. So the two sides are definitely necessary.
And one of the you know this, Chris. I've been working for a while doing youth development work, and one of the main things I've been doing, in addition to substance abuse prevention and all this other stuff, is helping people start mentoring programs and helping people find mentors for the kids. I would recommend every mother out there that's a single parent mother to find a mentor for your child.
The mentoring thing is huge, especially if you're a single parent and a mom. Let me just catch up on these comments. Marissa says, a father is a man, biological or not, who provides the love, support, and spends quality time with the kids, someone who provides a great example. You are correct. That's what my dad did for me, that Susan says. But yeah, I would say that mentorship, I mean, if you could find a great mentor for your son, especially, I mean, Steve Harvey has a huge camp that he does every year, where he brings on, I think it's like 100 inner city boys, particularly boys. You know, it's important to reach them at a young age, and we can or whatever for whatever reason, but kids are usually a reflection of their parents. So if you got a wild household, with no rules or nothing like that, you could probably expect that your kid's gonna be a wild child. And so don't be surprised.
And the thing, and just to expand on what you're talking about Steve Harvey's joint, which I take nothing away from, and I know it's an excellent program that does excellent work. Just be mindful when you're thinking about mentoring, like that what Steve Harvey's doing is more of a boot camp, one-shot deal.
Yeah.
Finding a mentor, finding someone who's going to spend quality time and is willing to commit.
And that one-on-one
time, or group mentoring works as well.
Sure.
And group mentoring is whenever it's like one mentor, one adult, one responsible adult working with 2 or more kids. That's considered group mentoring.
Right.
So it can work, but the commitment, the important thing is that commitment, that sustainable amount of time where they're consistently being there to talk with that young person from at least 10 months. You know, it's great for a year, and it's even better if it goes on for multiple years. Like I have one of my mentees that I was working with. He was in my wedding. And I've seen him grow in his business, and he got kids and the whole nine. And that was from meeting him 16 years ago when I first moved to Boston.
Wow, that's powerful.
It's a great thing. And when we talk about fathers being Father's Day, figure, but they're there to be a male figure to a young person that needs it. So I definitely recommend.
Because there's going to be certain times in a child's life. I'm going to talk about boys for a second. It's going to be a certain time in that boy's life where he is going through something internally, just internally or mentally, that you might have as a mom, you might have the greatest relationship with your son possible. But he is going to have that moment of doubt, like, I don't know if I could share this with my mom or whatever. She's going to be disappointed in me or whatever. There could be a variety of reasons he doesn't want to share that. But if he knew he could talk to somebody who possibly could have gone through it before, because I can tell you this, moms, as great of moms as you are, and I know you're all awesome, you were never a 16-year-old boy. Never. You were never in your life a 16 or 15 or 13-year-old. You can be everything Superwoman with a cape on your back, a mask, you got the thigh-high boots, you are kicking ass and jumping in the gorilla pit.
Yeah.
But you have never been a teenage boy.
And just because you dated a teenage boy doesn't mean you know how to handle or how to teach a teenager to be a man. And some of y'all dating 16-year-old boys right now. I'm not gonna call her name. What did Carol Lee have to say? She said, I wasn't trying to segue to say that Carol Lee was dating 16-year-old boys.
If you're dating a teenager, please give us a shout out right now so we can help you mentor you through some stuff.
And 19 is still a teenager. 19.
If you got to tell your boyfriend to take a nap, he's too young for you. Carolee said she just came from visiting her dad. He's 80 years old, coaching Little League because he is raising one of the children's children. He is the best example. That is a great example of mentorship that your father's doing, even at 80 years old. And don't discount your elders.
No.
Because everything's been done before, and I'm telling you, old people have been through it. You would be surprised at the stories that your grandparents have to tell you. So it's the same. We are now of that generation, and someday we've been through it all, girls, guys, men, dating, the whole 9 yards. We're one day might be those grandparents that, you know, you got to share this with your grandkids. It's all been done before. All been done before. So here's what I'm saying. If, you know, if necessary, you need to reach out to a guy just for some advice. If you're a mom or whatever, and you need to reach out, maybe your son or son's not involved or whatever. Larry Lee says, let's clear it up, Corey. I'm not doing any teenagers. I don't mind being a resource. I know Corey doesn't mind being a resource. Maybe you just want to send us a note on Facebook or whatever. Hey, look, I think he's going through this. Just, you know, maybe we're able to help and maybe not, but that's the kind of people, the dynamic duo of comedy are.
And if you're looking to get an actual formal mentor, you can go to mentor.org. That's mentor.org. And they will be able to help you go there, do search for mentoring programs in your area.
Sure. Jenny Wren just joined us. Thank you. And Susan says, my son is at that age now, and I'm grateful my coworker Juan has taken him under his wing. They hang out, play sports, and my son has someone to confide in, things he can't talk to me about. That is an excellent point. It's not about keeping secrets or anything like that. There's just certain things boys go through in life, just like there's certain things that girls go through in life that they can only talk to their mom about. And I'm not even gonna act like I could step up to that if my daughter ever came to me with something that, yo, strictly that's a woman thing. And I've never been a teenage girl before, so I don't know.
Do you think it's easier for guys to go ask women for advice for raising their daughters than it is for women to go to men to
ask the question again?
Do you think that it's more challenging, or is it easier? Do you think it's easier for a man to go have it? When I say easier, what I mean is a man is more willing to go ask a woman for help or advice about raising a daughter versus a woman going to a man to ask a man for advice about raising a son.
It's an interesting question. I think it's going to come down to the type of people you have in your life. I mean, as an adult, we see who's a knucklehead out there, or you might know an adult man or woman still doing things that they were doing at 25, and, you know, just whatever, things that are not positive things. So you would more or less look for positive people, or people that are showing they are doing things in your life, in their life, that you can get behind and that you can support. And that would be a person that you can ask advice from. I have people in my life like that, you know, their lives to me are positive. So I don't feel like I enjoy asking them questions or putting something to them. We have those talks all the time. I know we're of similar mindsets and we think of things similarly, and that's all you really need. Just bouncing things off somebody, trying to figure out, you know what, I'm a little zapped up here right now. What should I do about this? But even bigger, when it's that, you know, male versus male, young male versus young female, I definitely think sometimes seeking another opinion. It's not about sitting down with your son or daughter with a person that may be a stranger to them. I mean, obviously your kids don't know me or Corey, so they're probably not going to share with us. But if it's something that you're thinking about, you know, it is what it is. I know a lot of time the people they're dating or the people they're hanging around. And we talk a lot about, you know, you first want to get back to that point of what is so appealing about those kids, even though they're bad kids, what is so appealing about them, your child? That's the way you want to approach it. I'm not trying to turn this into a therapy session or anything, but you know, if your kids are attracted to the crowd that's smoking, drinking out there, robbing banks or whatnot, there's another way to look at that instead of, you know, you're just not going to hang out with those kids anymore. Or,
yes,
you know,
especially if they robbing banks. If they robbing banks.
If they're robbing banks, if you can bring a little to the off the wall show.
Offer some ways to get away with it. Like, if, or if they robbing a bank and they're not getting caught, maybe your son is gifted in certain areas.
Maybe he has found his niche.
That's what he needs to do. Maybe he's from Chelsea.
Okay, do the shout outs, man. You're about to get us.
No, I'm saying You know the movie.
You about to piss people off,
You
man.
know the movie.
Before
What
that,
was the name of the movie with Chelsea with his other name?
The Town.
The Town. There we go.
Okay. Hold on. Carol Lee says, I definitely think it's easier for men to ask they wanted friends for advice when raising the kids. Michelle Schultz is on. What's up, Michelle? Carol Lee says, I have a few male friends raising daughters who ask for advice a lot. That's exactly why. Especially when it comes down to doing hair and whatnot. I don't know.
Now, we driving and we need directions. We ain't asking.
That's Susan correct you. It says Charlestown, not
Charlestown.
Chelsea. You ass. Your ass.
Evidently Susan know a couple of bank robbers.
That touched her special. I don't want anything to do with that. I got nothing to do with that. 857-220-7378. Give us a shout.
All right, just chat outs. Again, I'm performing in the World Series of Comedy that's going on. The satellite competition is going on in Boston, at Laugh Boston, actually. This Friday night, Friday, June the 24th, I'm on the 10 p.m. show. It's 40 comedians that are converging on the Boston area for this satellite competition. Definitely want to be a good place to be in with a lot of talent comedians that are on board.
I'm sure, if you go down and, obviously Corey Mann is a very funny comedian, but having some people in the audience to, laugh, cheer, and support and yuck it up ain't a bad look.
Ain't a bad
man.
look.
So
Yes.
go on down and check them out.
Do that. Carol Lee's Comedy Corner going down July the 16th with the headliner Harrison Stebbins, my dude, very funny comedian, along with Michelle Mortensen and Pat and Al McKeever.
Patty and Al McKeever.
Patty and Al McKeever, which are a comedy duo, brother and sister talent.
Yeah.
That are going to be performing
Duo
there.
team.
Looking forward to seeing that. And DJs and my man Chris Tabber is hosting the event. Want more information? You want to call 508-942-3917 or hit up Carol Lee's Comedy Corner. There it is. Bam. Wednesday, June the 29th, Chris Tabb, Corey Manning, we're going to host Off the Wall Live. Straight live. You can be a part of the studio audience. All you need to do is go to funroomcomedy.com and go to funroomcomedy.com/Maggie's Lounge. We have $5 tickets right now on sale, early bird tickets. You can go ahead and get you and a friend a $5 ticket, come out and join us and have a good time.
We're taking the show on the road.
It's Wednesday, June 29th.
To Quincy.
Doors are opening at 7.
We're taking it on the road to Quincy.
Probably we'll start the show about 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. So just be there at 7. Get there at 7, 7:30.
Get there. They got pizza.
Pizza
drinks,
delicious.
The pizza's good. The food,
full bar. It's a nice little hangout on Wednesday night. Do something a little different with your life. Be something. Be somebody. And if you'd like to do a shout out or like an advertise with us, all you gotta do is hit us up at or call us at 857.
Definitely, we'll do those shout outs.
7378. There it is, and this is Off the Wall Live.
Carol Lee says that number's not for male teenage listeners.
You go for male teenage listeners, you go straight to our Facebook page.
Yeah.
So
she can ask.
So she can screen you.
Okay, so we had 90 minutes.
We got it in.
We got it in. We definitely got it in. If you guys enjoyed the show, please give us a thumbs up or a quick shout out, because I want to know that we're reaching the people and we're doing well here. I mean, there's good things going on Off the Wall, and we appreciate you guys tuning in.
But tell them where they can find more information about you, Chris Tabb.
Well, you could go to www.christabshow.com. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter at Chris Tabb Show. I'm also on Snapchat, Crowd Goes Wild. Oh, I'm getting some thumbs up, so that's a good look. Yeah, so I'm all over social media, and just keep in touch with me.
For me, Corey Manning, you can go to the website, www.coreymanning.com. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I Snapchat every once in a while, but to find out about all that, you just simply go to coreymanning.com. Or if you want to get very inspirational and don't know what to do, just Google me. Google Corey Manning, and I'll come up.
There you go.
There's a white Corey Manning who's a football player, and there's also a white Corey Manning who's doing some jail time. That's not me.
That's not him.
That's not me. And then there's a Corey Manning Jr., but he doesn't come up because I'm his dad. But It's been a great show, man.
It's been a wonderful show. I hope everybody learned a lot. I hope we hear from folks out there. You guys have been wonderful. Go out and enjoy the weather today. I think it's going to be 80 degrees in Boston. Go Cavs. I bleed green. I'm a Celtics fan.
Who you think got it tonight? I know who you're rooting for. Who do you think has the game tonight? We're talking about, for those that don't know, who just moved or just landed on the planet. This is going to be the greatest game in history.
LeBron quoted it and said, "This is Super Bowl Sunday all over again." This is like Super Bowl Sunday.
In my lifetime, this is probably the most impactful NBA championship game ever.
With multiple things on the line for each team. It's not like, it doesn't matter either way. It's just another championship or whatever. Both teams, this is destiny for them. This is what happens tonight is going to define these two teams for a long time.
It's going to not only define the two teams, but it's going to impact the history of the NBA.
Define some individuals. Some individuals are going to be immortalized, immortalized for one reason or another.
Before we get to the prediction, I got to talk about this. The most amazing thing, and we may have talked about this before, but the most amazing thing about all the players that are playing tonight, you got your Steph Curry, who's your two-time MVP. Mm-hmm. You got Klay Thomas, underrated. I still think underrated.
Well, I
actually think he's a better shooter than Steph Curry.
Okay. Steph Curry's number 1 and Klay Thompson is number 2.
But I actually think he's.
But you think
I think he's more accurate. Okay. Now, Steph can shoot from. I think Steph can shoot from anywhere.
From anywhere. I've seen him shoot it from the locker room and it go in.
He actually did shoot it from the tunnel. From the tunnel and made it go in.
Yep.
You can Google that on YouTube. But I think Klay Thomas. Then you got Draymond Green, who's an outstanding player. You know what I'm saying?
Gritty. Plays like a 90s NBA player.
Who's arguably the MVP of that team.
He's definitely the heart and soul.
Yeah,
he's definitely the heart and soul. He gives them an edge. The other guys on that team are really finesse players, right. But he's a dude from the schoolyard.
Yeah, and I go down further into the list, but I'm not as far as the Warriors. But I'll switch over to Cleveland. Then you have, of course, the king himself, LeBron James, by far the best basketball player on the planet. I won't say that we know of on the planet, because there might be some cats in other countries.
Statistically, in the NBA, LeBron James is the best player on the planet.
And has the potential to actually be, and I thought I would never be ready to say something like this, he has the potential to go down in history as one of, if not the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah,
not accomplishment. I don't think accomplishment-wise. I think it's too late. He's too late to make those accolades like a Bill Russell.
Right,
but he has a chance to.
I would say he has a chance to make the Mount Rushmore of basketball.
Yes,
he has a chance to make the Mount Rushmore.
And then you look at Kyrie Irving, who's by far the baddest point guard. Out there right now.
I would say that.
Even more so than we look at Steph, I still think that he has the edge.
If we were in the schoolyard, I would take Kyrie.
Yes,
I would take Kyrie.
I would probably take I'm trying to think who would be my first pick between LeBron and Kyrie.
If we just playing in the schoolyard, I would take Kyrie. Because if we playing in the half court, and if he gets a full head of steam, he's like Juggernaut. You're not going to stop him going to the basket.
And if you close hang him, you still
and the ball's still going to go in, and he's still going to go to the line.
Yeah.
With Kyrie, he going to take 3 or 4 of your players before he even go to the basket. He going to break 2 sets of ankles before he go in. He can dip in, he can dip out, no fear going into the lane. So LeBron goes in like a tank, Kyrie like a bumblebee.
Right. So you got LeBron, you got Kyrie. And then the guy who's hidden, Kevin Love,
non-factor.
Not been a non-factor. I think he's been a non-factor. I don't know. I don't know if it's a combination between the way that the fact that Kyrie and LeBron are such impactful players, or the fact that he's never been. I don't think he's ever been in this position.
Well, a lot of people have never been on that stage.
So he doesn't know knows how to handle himself. I wouldn't take it against him, but with all 6 of those individuals I just named, I think the best story of all of this, Smith.
And why?
Because if you don't know the history of J.R. Smith in the NBA, like
he shouldn't be there.
He shouldn't be there.
He shouldn't
You're talking
be
about
there.
a problem child. J.R. Smith is damn near the O.J. Simpson of the NBA.
He's had some issues.
I'm gonna get it wrong. Wasn't he with the Washington Wizards? I know he's with the Knicks.
He was definitely with the Knicks, and I think that's when he made his name.
Yeah,
for himself.
is that what he is?
Yeah, previously I think he's with one or two teams before the Knicks.
Yeah, but he's been a problem child. But since he's moved to Cleveland, I'm clowning him, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But his whole attitude
has
changed.
Yeah.
Like people didn't want him on the Knicks, not just because of his off the court accolades,
right?
But also because he didn't appear to be a team player.
That's so important. But I think LeBron has brought. That's what all stars do. They bring. He brought team and chemistry and a family to that team.
Yeah.
So, and I just like it for the story of the reason I'm rooting for LeBron James is I just want that story to end that way, where he goes back to. And for those of you who don't know, LeBron James is from Akron, Ohio.
Yes.
So he's the kid that grew up in that neighborhood. I would love to see he brings a title back to Cleveland who hasn't seen a title in any sport for over 50 years. I want him to be the one to do it. I just think the story is great. We don't have enough of that. I mean, sports is a monster right now, and it's, billions and billions of dollars. I just think that's a feel-good story. I mean, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors are going to have many more chances at the title.
Yeah.
I think at this point, because LeBron has been to the finals 7 times. He's won 2 and lost 5 times in the finals. Yeah. I just think it doesn't erase it all, but it definitely, this is the one he needs. This is the one he needs. And whether he wins another title after this or not, this is the one he needs.
You know what?
Against all odds.
But you know how I feel real bad for this champion game?
Ayesha Curry?
Win or lose, no. Win or lose, no matter who wins or loses game, who I feel sorry for is every other NBA team that's out there. Because as long as Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green and the other players are on the same team, as long as LeBron James is in Cleveland with his team, right. I don't think nobody really has a chance to go to the championship. It's worse than when Jordan was playing and he was knocking teams off.
It's something to aspire to. It's something to aspire to. I think, that speaks to there's a little bit of mediocrity now. You probably have 4 or 5 elite teams at the top, and then everybody else is just the same. Mm-hmm. Everybody would have to play outside of themselves in order to reach that elite status. But in every phase of your life, in comedy, and just working, you always want something to aspire to. So those players have to aspire to become better.
This is the after show.
This is definitely the after show. This is why we go and watch other comedians or comedians that we appreciate.
I'm glad you asked that because I was actually thinking that before you said it, which is scary, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you, I was trying to think of myself, and I'm going to ask you for it to give me more time to really think. Who would you say in comedy, individuals who are your Cleveland Cavaliers, and who is your Golden State Warriors?
Well, it's a difficult question because of the landscape of comedy changes a lot. And you got somebody out there who's hot, you know what I mean, that could be just hitting it for that moment, and then they're gone. Or people that have just consistently gone through it. For me, it's a variety of people that I just enjoy watching, their style and what they bring to the table. So, my favorite entertainer overall of all time is Eddie Murphy, but he hasn't done stand-up in a long time. But
come on, I'm not asking for who's the Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Bill Russell.
So you're saying right now?
Right now.
Okay. So that would obviously be Kevin Hart.
Okay.
And for me, I would say a guy like Louis C.K. is doing it. He's just a pure stand-up. You know what I mean? He doesn't need the superstar status or anything like that. He's just getting on stage, getting it done, nightly. I would say Chappelle, of course. I'm going to say this. I like the new Chappelle versus the Chappelle before the Chappelle show. I think there's been 2 different Dave Chappelles. I like the Chappelle now.
Really?
I like his attitude now.
I know what you're saying. And for me, you had
Cat Williams.
You had the ones that I would have had. You named 3, but I would say your Golden State Warriors is your Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that as a comparison
he's
because
hitting deep threes.
He's hitting deep threes. He rarely misses,
mm-hmm.
and when he misses, with the rim, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he still makes a mark on the game.
Right.
In the short term that he's been, and
he's new to the general public.
General public.
Yeah, yeah.
And in the short term where he's reached that level of stardom, in the short term where he's reached that level of stardom, he's made some serious impact. Same way the Golden State Warriors. I'm speaking specifically of
He pushed the game forward.
Steph Curry.
He advanced the game. You know, there's a new thing to aspire to now.
Right.
We thought at that time, you know, maybe Eddie Murphy pushed as far as they could go. The Kings of Comedy pushed it as far as they could. I'm talking about as superstar comedians.
Right.
Just like somebody like the same way Steve Martin did back in the 70s. He was one of your first superstar comedians, filling arenas with comedy. Kevin Hart has taken that to the next level. I mean, it's too soon to start asking who is the next Kevin Hart.
Right.
But, you know, it's going to have to be somebody who does comedy on the moon because, you know, he's taken it to a point that, wow, this is like, these are people that transcend their game. And Michael Jordan transcended the game. He was more than just a basketball player.
And I would say that being said, I would say for that, so that's Kevin Hart is the comedy equivalent of the Golden State Warriors. I would say for the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have to look at someone who's been in the game for a minute. Let's say who's deemed the chosen, has been deemed the chosen one.
Yep.
Has made history and made impact and is looked to as others as the one to beat. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants to be a part of whatever he does. Even if he doesn't do anything, they still want to be in his presence. Including Kevin Hart, when they talk about somebody who's of that caliber. People love to get on stage with him, but would hate to compete against him. They would rather be on his team than against him. And we talk about somebody who's actually, you talk about LeBron, somebody who stepped away from the Cleveland Cavaliers, went away, left all that money, went away, did some other things, won the championship, and came back.
Right.
You have to go with Dave Chappelle. Because Dave Chappelle came into the game young.
Real young.
Real young. It took us some years for him to be recognized, but he was getting accolades when he was young from other comedians.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he was like 19, 20 years old, and he was on what's the joint that Whoopi Goldberg, Robin Williams,
Comic Relief.
Comic Relief. He was on Comic Relief in his 20s,
right,
early 20s.
Yeah,
and
making strides.
And so he's done that, and he's come back, and he's hitting it hard.
And then when the Chappelle show hit. Yeah, that was the championship. That was the bar at the time. It was the most amazing thing ever. Yeah. The whole world was watching the Chappelle show and simply walked away.
Yeah, I would say that I was actually thinking initially that him leaving the Chappelle show was the equivalent to him leaving Cleveland to go to Miami.
Right.
But actually, him doing the Chappelle show was him leaving Cleveland to go to Miami because he went to Miami. Which is
easily stuck with comedy and been fine.
Been fine.
So he stepped out. All right, I'll make $1 billion.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for whatever reason, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back.
Well, back to the original question. Who you got tonight? Who you think will win?
I'm sticking with LeBron. I'm sticking with LeBron. And you know, there's another piece of history that could be made. No team has ever come back from 3-1 in the finals.
Which
finals,
which leads to the historical aspect of the game that we were talking about.
Right.
That's one of the elements that's going to happen. You did 90 minutes and just shut off automatically.
Really?
Yeah, mine did the same thing.
Oh,
so we started. But at the same juncture, with LeBron not only winning those accolades, if he does win the game tonight, I think the other aspect of it is if he wins, man, a lot about who really is the MVP. As far as who I think is going to win tonight, I want you to get yours up so I can.
Hold on.
Should we stop? I'm gonna stop the broadcast. We're gonna keep it going.
Yeah, because it just stopped the broadcast.
Okay. Stop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Join us on YouTube if you want to see the post show.
Join us on Facebook.
I mean on Facebook.